Rushbo at EIBnet.com. From the New York Times, world leaders make little headway in solving debt crisis. Appeared to make only modest headway in persuading Chancellor Angela Merkel of Germany to drop her opposition to more government spending to alleviate Europe's debt crisis. They want more spending in Europe. Obama, everybody urging it. Merkel is reluctant to go along with it. They say here that Obama is getting desperate with his own re-election chances directly tied to the European economic crisis. This is according to Helene Cooper at the New York Times. Now, I don't know if you think that, but this is what the media thinks. Do you really think that Obama's election chances are directly tied to the European economic crisis as it drags down growth in the U.S.? Come on, folks. How stupid do they think the European crisis dragging us down? Of course, that's the template. Poor Barack, poor President Kardashian. He's trying so hard. He's doing everything. But those stupid Europeans, they won't listen. Angela Merkel won't go crazy with spending. They won't save Obama. It says here Obama desperately wants Merkel to loosen the reins on spending and the austerity programs that have been imposed on Greece. The Obama administration spent the last year trying to point to the example of the steps they took. I kid you not. Let me read this paragraph to you of New York Times. That may be an oversimplification of the American position, since Obama administration officials have spent the last year trying to point to the example of the steps that Obama took, including the stimulus to jumpstart the economy in 2008, 2009. So Merkel won't let go. Obama administration officials at this G20 thing. Look what we did. You got to do what we do. Look how we jump-started our economy. It's what the New York Times says. I kid you not. I kid you not. A poll I've never heard of. We Ask America poll. Never heard of it, but it's in Michigan, and they confirm that Romney leads Obama in Michigan. It's within the margin of error, 45 to 43. And there's a, let's see, this is not the piece I wanted. I'm looking, it's a piece in the New York Times by a guy named Frank Bruni, and I'm not sure how he pronounces his name, Bruni or Bruni. We've got the audio soundbite. This is the guy I was talking to you about earlier, who said that Obama just doesn't look like he's on his game over there. This is last night. It's on CNN, Piers Morgan tonight, New York Times op-ed columnist Frank Bruni. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. About Obama's press conference. The media not happy with the way Obama conducted himself. Piers Morgan said, the president looks a little bit on edge at the moment, a little less self-assured. What's going on here, Frankie, my boy?
He looked really de-energized. I was watching him, as he stepped to the podium. One of the whole advantages of being president, of being the incumbent, is you get those settings, the flags behind you, the podium. You get the international audience. He strode out there, and the cadence of his speech was very slowed down. There was a lot of hemming and hawing. He got the first question from the press and answered it. That answer went on, and he provided this really strange tutorial on European economic dynamics, and I don't think that's what he meant to do when he went to that microphone. He doesn't seem in command.
He doesn't seem in command. Have you people ever noticed how Obama handles himself at a press conference? It's exactly what he does. He gets a question, he doesn't answer it for 20 minutes while sounding brilliant, and then moves on to the next question. In a 1-hour press conference, he'll take 3 questions. He'll take 15 minutes to answer each one. You guys will sit there and marvel and dazzle at it. But now that Obama's sharing the stage with world leaders, doesn't look so good. A lot of hemming and hawing. There's always hemming and hawing. You know what that means? The and It does it all the time when there's no teleprompter. I wasn't even watching this last night. When was this? About 6:30? I forget when it was. I was actually reading a book. And I get an email, boy, this Obama guy is really bad with no prompter. This is what they were talking about. This was New York Times guy is, oh, no, worried. This is nothing new. but he's sharing the stage with world leaders. And he's not looking good in comparison. Hem-hawing around, got the question, answer went on and on, really strange tutorial on European economic dynamics. He's just telling them to do what he did. Look, we're here to wreck world economies, and we put them back together the way we want. You got to do what I'm doing before you can join me. And that's these guys. I'm telling you, these people in the media, they don't have the slightest idea what they're covering. They really don't. They don't. It's right before them every day. They look at it every day. They still don't get it. But the bottom line is, this Frank Bruni guy in New York Times was not happy. Obama didn't look in command. He didn't look like he knew what he was doing. He didn't look like he belonged, which he doesn't. You see, ladies and gentlemen, that's the bottom line. He doesn't.